Welcome back, Intensified. We're still on topic 6, lesson 3. We are on page 230 in your workbook, and we're going to go ahead and read over this problem. It says, consider the following situation. A restaurant is preparing for a banquet. The banquet tables are square and one person can be seated on each side, as shown in the diagram. The manager sets up the restaurant's private room based on the size of the group that is renting it. The square tables are always arranged in a single row. The variables in this situation are as follows. Okay, so here you can see the arrangement. Here's the table. 4 people can sit there. 2 tables, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people can sit there. And then here's 3 tables. 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 people can sit at 3 tables. And let's look at letter A. Which variable is the dependent variable? You think it would be, which do you think depends on which? Do we get the number of tables and then decide how many people we're going to invite? Or do we find out how many people are going to be seated and then figure out how many tables? Okay, I think the logical decision would be to figure out how many people are showing up, and that would give us the deciding factor of how many tables that we need. So the dependent variable, which of these is going to depend? The number of tables will be the dependent variable. Okay, the number of tables will be the dependent variable, and the number of people will be the independent. Okay, the number of people is independent. The number of tables is dependent on how many people will be there. Okay, now it says create an input-output table and graph for the situation. Add data to the table that makes sense for the situation. Add the appropriate labels, number of people, or number of tables to the table heading and the graph axis. Then plot the data of the graph. So our independent variable, okay, our independent variable will be, what did we decide it would be? The number of people. You know what, I'm just going to type in people. And the dependent variable will be the number of tables. Okay, so if we have 4 people, showing up, sorry guys, give me a second here. Tables. Okay, I'm just going to go old school here. So if I have 4 people, I'm going to go ahead and write that in. 4 people. So if I only have 4 people attending, then I only need 1 table. Okay, now if I have, let's see, how many people do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. I will need 2 tables. Let's do this third one. How many people do we have here? We have 8. And we would have 3 tables. So let's go ahead and graph this. This is our independent, which is people, which is down here. So down here on my graph, I will for independent variable is people. I'm going to go ahead and type that in, people. And our dependent variable would be the number of tables. So I'm going to go ahead and write tables. And let's go ahead and graph this. So if I have 4 people, I only need 1 table. Now, on the bottom, I went by 1. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I labeled 4. And then I went 5, 6. So each one of these represents 1 person. But going upwards, I went from here, I went to 2. So 1, 1, 2. Each 2 segments is going to be 1. Okay, and so I labeled it this way. So right here would be 1. Up here is 2. If I go 2 more, that would be 3. 2 more, that would be 4. 2 more, that would be 5. So that's how I arranged my graph. And I'm going to go ahead and label this. So if 4 people are there, I need 1 table. So I'm going to go ahead and put a dot there. Right about there. And if I have 6 people, which 6 is right in between 4 and 8, so here's 6, I'm going to need 2 tables. And if I have 8 people, which is right here, I'm going to need 3 tables. So here's 2 and 2 more, that would be 3. Okay, let's go ahead and fill out the rest of this table here. See if there's a pattern here. This side is going up by 2 people. We got 4, went to 6, went to 8. Now we're going to have 10. Okay, and if we add another 2, this will be 12. Okay, and you guys should be able to fill out the rest of this table pretty easy. I'm just going to go this far for right now, but you guys should fill this out. And let's see, I'm going to skip a little bit. At 12, we have 5. So if we have 12 people, we have 5 tables. So here's 12 people. And I'm going to go all the way up to 5, which is right in between 4 and 6. And let's go ahead and let's see if we have 16 here, we have 18. Because remember, we're adding by 2 on this side. Over here, we're adding by 1. Let's go ahead and fill this one in. So 18 people, which would be, actually, let's go to 16 because that's the furthest one I have. At 16, I'm going to have to go all the way up to 7, which is exactly in between 6 and 8. Okay, and you guys can make a straight line. Actually, let's not do that. Never mind. Okay, so we're just going to go this far, and this concludes problem number 1. Now, in your workbook, you have 2 more problems just like this. Okay, so it would be good practice to attempt to do those. Do your best, but your homework will be pages 232 and 233, and you can see that in the assignment portion in Canvas. All right, study hard, guys. Remember, your actions give you your results. The more you study, the better grade you will get, okay? The better your results will be. All right, have fun, guys. Bye-bye.